You have been responded.
What's going on, everybody? This is episode 2 of the Jacob and Ashley Show.
The Ashley and Jacob Show.
Yeah, I still don't like it, but we're just gonna keep it moving.
Oh,
anyway.
you gonna get it right one of these days.
Nope. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 2 of the Jacob and Ashley Show, and we're here every Tuesday, trying to bring you our perspective on what's going on in nerd culture.
Yeah.
So, how you feeling today, Ashley?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for our show.
Okay. You know, you asked me this question, and I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Oh, no.
What you playing?
What am I playing right now?
What are you playing, watching? What's like your favorite thing? It could be TV, whatever.
My favorite thing at the moment.
Your favorite hobby.
My go-to when
Yes.
I'm done doing all my adult stuff.
Yes, your leisurely thing.
Is Spiritfarer.
Spiritfarer?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
Switch game. It's an indie game, I believe. It's not mainstream. It's a pretty sweet game. It's like what do you want to? I wouldn't say it's like crap. What's that called? I can't think of it.
What does it remind you of?
That game.
That game. Okay, oh, that's so specific.
It reminds me of. Gosh, I can't think. When they're farming.
Stardew Valley?
Yeah, it reminds me
Okay.
of Stardew Valley in a way, but you're on a boat.
For the record, I don't see Spiritfarer having anything to do with farming at all.
No, you do farm. I have an orchard. I have a field. They're very tiny. They're like very small. I grow my own fruit.
Hold on. Because I think people are getting the wrong idea of this game. Let's back up. What is Spiritfarer?
Well, I was gonna get there.
I've seen you play the game and how you're describing the game. I'm like, what? That doesn't compute.
Well, I was saying it's kind of like Stardew Valley because
Okay.
you get to
No. What is the game, babe?
Oh, okay.
What is Spiritfarer?
Well, here's the thing. I don't entirely know what the main character is.
What?
I've literally still been trying to figure it out. I'm like, what am I?
What are you doing?
What
in
am
the
I
game, though?
doing? All I know is that what it seems like is that I am helping spirits move on to wherever they're going.
Okay. Now I'll jump in here. So, but the spirits aren't like your woo, like they're not those kinds. They're like animals.
Yeah, they're like spirit animals, kind of like. It seems like they're in a spirit animal form.
Okay.
They start off as like blobs and then turn into spirit animals.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's really weird. But it's really entertaining. It's not like a fast moving video game. Mm-hmm. It's more on the speed of like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing type games. I love those kind of games because they're very like stress relieving, and they help me veg out.
Okay.
But it's a good game. It's actually much larger than I expected it to be.
How many hours do you have in Spiritfarer right now? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Do I have my Switch next to me? I'm going to pull it up on the Switch.
Okay. But yeah, I'm like, it's like Stardew Valley, but you're on a boat and you get to build the boat and
Wow.
it gets bigger and you explore the world that you're in. I don't know what world I'm in. A spirit realm of some sort.
Okay. So I looked it up. You have in between 30 and 35 hours in Spiritfarer right now.
Okay, maybe 2 of those hours of me just leaving my Switch on.
How close do you think you are to the end?
I don't know. I have like a couple more spirits to move on. I know I still haven't found 1 or 2 spirits that I'm supposed to like help.
And it kind of, for the more hardcore gamers out there, from what she's playing, it kind of reminds me of a strange open world Metroidvania game where, correct me if I'm wrong, when you help the spirits do certain things, you get special powers that unlock different parts of locations on the map, right?
Sorta. I mean, not really. The locations on the map unlock when...
I'm not talking about the location that I'm saying like the abilities that you get unlock, like there's different like hidden collectibles and stuff in those locations.
Yeah. There's like things you can collect throughout the game that help you get to certain areas in the game.
Yeah.
And there are things that you can upgrade your boat to have to get to other areas of the world as well.
Yeah. So that is what Ash has been playing. Spiritfarer. Give it a try if how she described it seems like a type of game that you'd like. Let me see. For me, the thing that I've been enjoying the most probably has been this basketball anime. I know in Japanese it's called like the basketball that Kuroko plays, but it's a Netflix show, and I think they just dubbed it down to Kuroko's basketball. Again, hashtag Team Dub. So we've been watching. I've been watching it in dub. Ashley hasn't been watching it with me.
Not at all.
It is loose basketball, I'll say. Some of the things, I'm not a basketball like head. I'm not a b-ball head. Like I kind of watch the Lakers, and then when playoffs happen, I just watch the playoffs. That's how I am with basketball. The season's too long. Fight me in the comments, okay?
I agree.
The English dub of it basically follows a guy, and this is a small, very tiny spoiler, but the main character in the anime is actually trash at basketball.
Oh.
He is literally the worst character on the court.
But how did he get on the team?
Exactly.
He paid somebody.
No, he did not pay anyone. That's where your mind goes.
Yeah.
No, he because he was actually on the best middle school squad in the country. And so you like as you go through the anime, you immediately figure out why he's on the team.
Is he like a bully and he like
no,
like
he's literally
forces people to play well for him?
He's a shrimpy guy.
Oh.
This is a reminder for me to throw a picture of him on the screen. He is literally a shrimp.
Is he like the spirit of the team or something?
Nope.
No?
I'm not going to spoil it, but there is something that he does incredibly well. He's a specialist. I at least know that kind of basketball term.
Water
but he's
boy?
a specialist. You said what?
He's a specialist water boy?
No. Oh my gosh. No. I don't know why I just got flashbacks to the Waterboy movie, and like that has nothing to do with basketball, but I just imagined him like tackling people on the court, just getting
don't talk about my mama.
No. But no, it centers around him basically going up against his former teammates that were considered the 5 best basketball players in the country of Japan. Like their team was literally called, I believe, like the Team of Miracles or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're really good. They all have different specialties and things like that. So it's always interesting to me when these Japanese animes do sports, because you have to find a way to make it interesting. Because if you're just going to show like a sport in the anime form, first of all, they got to draw it well. The story has to be gripping, and then you have to like add an element of suspense and whether or not, because if the team goes through and they just blast everybody, like
that's no fun.
It's no fun if they're always winning. So they have to, it's like a very, very delicate balance that they have to have. And that's something that I enjoy. It's pretty fun. I think I am 20 or 21 episodes in so far. And I'm enjoying it. So
is there only one season?
I don't know. I don't check episodes before I watch anime because I want to be surprised when it ends. The only time it backfired in our face is when we did One Punch Man, specifically season 2. We were totally expecting another episode,
and we were sad.
Listen, he was like, "I'm gonna go fight this boss. I'm gonna stretch, and I'm gonna go out there."
We're so ready.
Listen, we was ready for the fight. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. Y'all saw our last episode. We start talking about anime, we go deep. So we just gonna save it for another episode. So yeah, moving on. we're going to try to do a couple different topics every week. We'll try to do like what is the big thing happening within the nerd world and kind of try to give our take on it. It's really fun. It's going to be really fun for me because Ashley doesn't really follow any of these things.
I do. I do.
You didn't even know the thing that happened.
I follow IGN on Facebook, and they give me all my nerd news that I need.
I don't think she actually. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how much she knows. So we're actually going to talk about GameStop next. For anybody that is out of the know, GameStop is the devil. No. No. GameStop is the place that gives you $3 for $60 games when you trade them back in. And this is I know. This
Might as well call him the devil.
This is all jokes aside. I used to work at GameStop back in 2010. Yeah. I used to work at GameStop from like 2010 to I think 2012. And then I left for way greener pastures. Okay. But GameStop has been in the news today. So Ashley, do you know why GameStop has been in the news today?
I know
actually this week, for the past week and a half, I guess.
I know it has something to do with their stock and what is it? It's some video game, right?
No.
There's no video game that's making it happen?
No. So I'm going to try to explain this as well as I can. Just a full disclosure. I am not giving financial advice, nor am I a financial advisor.
Not at all.
Nor do I deal in financial stock and all that much enough to explain it to somebody else. Basically, what happened is a group of investors they made bets against GameStop. I believe it is called short selling. Again, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, please. But I believe it's called short selling. So they were basically saying GameStop is going to lose money. And I guess you kind of like run an ad campaign. That's the best way I can describe it. You basically tell everybody else, GameStop is going to lose money. And then you pull your stock out at a certain price. So, for example, your GameStop stock, say it's $2. This is really simple. It's not, but say it's $2. You say, GameStop's going to lose money. You pull your money out. And then when GameStop stock drops down to $1, you say, we're going to buy it back and then hope that the price races again. It's called short selling, I believe.
Interesting.
Okay. You should. I wish we had cameras. Her face looks so confused right now.
I don't do investments because they confuse me entirely.
Okay. Well, so what another group did was they basically said GameStop price was going to rise. This is the part where it gets a little confusing for me. All I know is that a month ago, GameStop stock prices were around $19. Today, at the time of closing, it was at $347.51.
Wow, that's a increase.
That's a crazy increase. They're actually, I think, the governor of one of the states is actually calling for GameStop trading to be halted for 30 days.
Why is that?
Because they're trying to look at if there was manipulation. I guess at this point, the Security Exchange Commission, better known as the SEC, they may be getting involved. Again, this is all potentially, we're recording this a week out, just giving you a look behind the curtain. So things may have changed since then. But as of the time of this recording, like everything is going crazy with the stock. Obviously, the stock has rose astronomically in just a matter of days. On top of that, the Discord group for the Reddit, because basically it came from Reddit, the people that helped make it rise, they were like this Reddit group called Wall Street Bets, this subreddit, and so they were a part of the group that helped make the stock market rise. They basically like bet against the other investors that said GameStop was going to lose the money. As of today, their Discord group was shut down.
Why?
Yeah, let's get into that.
What? They were shut down?
They were shut down today.
Is it a conspiracy?
Okay, now here's the thing. A lot of people, because I was on Reddit shortly before we started recording this, and a lot of people were obviously feeling some sort of way that Discord announced that they were banned. So they're back up on Reddit, but Discord banned them. I'm trying to find the statement from Discord now. Here we go. This is Discord's statement on Wall Street Bets. And we pulled this from an article on IGN. And quote, The Wall Street Bets server has been on our trust and safety terms radar for some time due to occasional content that violates our community guidelines, including hate speech, glorifying violence, and spreading misinformation. Over the past few months, we have issued multiple warnings to the server admin. Today, we decided to remove the server and its owner from Discord for continuing to allow hateful and discriminatory content after repeated warnings. Now, here's the part that they had to say, because the timing of all this is crazy. To be clear, we did not ban this server due to financial fraud related to GameStop or other stocks.
It just seemed like they had some issues going on.
After that, they kind of, they had a little bit more, but they basically were like, we welcome other finance groups. Please come in, other finance groups. Like, yeah.
We won't ban you.
Exactly. I think, from what I was reading, the subreddit was known to use the R word a little bit, a lot of bit.
The R word?
Yeah. For describing, people that are developmentally disabled.
Oh, okay.
So they used the R word probably a lot of it, amongst other things. So Discord is vehement in stating that it wasn't related to what happened with the GameStop stock, because what happened with the stock is basically unprecedented, and the bubble that they put on that stock is insane.
I'm pretty shocked. It just seems weird that this whole group of Redditors was just like, let's jump on this.
Yeah. I know to get in,
because GameStop has been garbage lately. Yeah. Like when it comes to stock and sales, I thought they were about to shut down last year.
I am really surprised that they made it through COVID. Let me be real.
I think everybody is. And that's why everyone's so shocked about this
Games
stock stuff.
Are moving more towards the digital age. I think the Switch for us was the first console where the majority of our games are digital games.
Yeah.
Before that we were like, physical copies are a bust. And
yeah. That's because we would trade them in like after we were done with them.
That is true. So I'm definitely not. I have like a little bit of collection of like Nintendo games and some of the older stuff, SNES games, a little bit of Genesis. But when it comes to the modern consoles, I really don't collect that stuff that much.
We really don't. Like they're mostly digital. Like we've expanded on our what is it, external hard drive and whatnot for the
no,
Switch.
Not external hard drive. You're talking about the micro SD card.
Yeah, that's it. My bad.
Yeah. No, that's good. But we invested in 2 micro SD cards for the Switch. The other big thing too with the Switch is that we share our digital library together, so that's a big plus as well. So if like when she played Fire Emblem, she just shared my game copy digitally.
Saved us money.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. So but moving back to GameStop, really surprised that they made it through 2020. The digital landscape was insane. We had a lot of major games that you would buy physically that were delayed. The indie game space is also mostly digital as well. And then if you're buying stuff new and you're pre-ordering, Best Buy does it better, you know? So like, I know they like when I was leaving in 2012, they were just starting to branch out into stuff other than games. So like now you go in there, they have like Magic the Gathering and t-shirts and, all kinds of memorabilia and statues.
Yeah.
But, I honestly am still shocked that GameStop is here.
I mean, like I said, I am too. I'm really surprised that they're still around. And
how long do you give GameStop?
I don't know.
Which, if you had to put an over or under, what do you think? Like, here is the year when GameStop goes kaput.
I really don't know. They're like a chameleon's tail. You cut their head off, you cut their tail off, and then it grows back again.
Here's the question: are they Blockbuster? Are they like the modern day Blockbuster?
I feel like Blockbuster, when their ships was sinking, they sank. I don't know.
They had a chance to buy Netflix.
Oh yeah, back in the day, right?
Yeah, and they were like, I don't remember. I'm paraphrasing. I'm sorry, I'm not looking it up. But they basically were like,
Maybe.
Blockbuster can make it by themselves. We don't need Netflix. People don't want movies delivered to them. And like,
I mean, I don't think you realize how lazy the world is.
man, listen.
We don't want to leave our houses.
You know what's funny?
Now we do.
Was it
It's a
Netflix or
pandemic.
Redbox?
Huh?
I think it was it Netflix or Redbox? I can't remember.
It was Netflix because Netflix used to mail it out to people. Like they were one of the first ones to mail it out to people.
Okay, I'm looking up just to make sure. Yeah, but Blockbuster could have bought Netflix. That's what it is. Okay, just making sure. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on from GameStop and the craziness of their stock prices, and we're going to move into the main topic of our show. Every week, we're going to have a different main topic that we're going to bring to you. And today's main topic is things we're excited for in 2021.
Yes, I got a lot of things to be excited for.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We have 8 categories total today. We're going to start with the movie category. Ashley and I watched a couple of different trailer videos.
Yeah.
I think one was like 60 minutes. And then another one was like, what, 45, 50?
Yeah. We don't have cable, so we don't see trailers anymore.
Yeah, we just started not paying for YouTube ads. So we see more movie trailers now. There are a lot.
There's way more than I expected to be coming out.
Yeah. And then we didn't even see trailers for stuff that we know are out there. So like your Space Jam and Mortal Kombat and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
We didn't even see that kind of stuff.
Isn't that coming out this year?
According to HBO Max.
Oh, it's coming out on HBO Max?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was an HBO Max commercial.
Had no
that
idea.
just had like a couple snippets of Scorpion and LeBron James.
It's going to be real interesting.
It is. He was talking about that Toon Team on the last episode, and they're back, baby. All right. So we got 2 movies. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. So the number 2 movie that I am excited for is a movie called Chaos Walking. This movie stars Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley, and it's a world of just men, and Daisy Ridley is the first woman to show up in Forever. But the twist is all of the men, they basically think out loud.
All of them? Or is it
Yes.
just a couple of them?
No, all of them think out loud. Because they were saying, I forget what they said in the trailer. They were like, watch your, I don't remember essence, or I don't remember what they were saying.
Yeah. Because they have like some sort of aura coming off of their bodies too.
Yes, they do. That is their thought. The aura is their thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So every time he thinks, that little aura shows up.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I don't know if they were a hive mind or not.
What do you mean a hive mind?
A hive mind is like a group.
Oh, like
of
where they're
entities.
connected.
Yeah, and they're all,
No, they are not. They could just hear each other's
they
thoughts.
can just hear each other's thoughts.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the female, nobody could hear her thoughts.
Yeah, that was the big thing. Nobody could hear her thoughts. So obviously the whole world is like trying to come after them. I don't know where he was taking her. All I know is I love Tom Holland. I love Daisy Ridley. I think I saw one of the Jonas Brothers in there too.
I don't remember that
as
one.
a possible antagonist. Let me double check.
As an antagonist?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a Jonas brother. Yeah, Nick Jonas. Boom.
Really?
Yeah, they got Mads Mikkelsen, who is just a crazy man.
Okay.
That's what I said. I was like, this is not the kind of movie that I would normally want to see. But I'm excited. Like when it comes out.
It looked exciting.
Yeah. I mean, despite whatever the reviews are, when I'm excited for a movie, you can tell me that the movie is trash and I'm still going to go see it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of trash movies.
You remember that Hercules movie we thought was the Rock Hercules movie?
Oh, my goodness. Going into the theater, we think we're going to see The Rock, and it's just some horrible CGI.
Listen, y'all, listen. We were watching this Hercules movie because we were like, oh, yeah, Rock, Hercules. And we go to see the movie, and we're like, where's The Rock? The whole time, like, he's going to show up, right? I've never sat through such a terrible movie. And we're just like, yeah, he's coming, right? Because, okay, where is The Rock?
Right.
And
it was so bad.
there were two Hercules movies coming out about the same time span. And we went to go see the wrong Hercules movie. All I knew is that the moment we knew it was a like D tier, F tier movie is when this lion like jumps in the waterfall. It
was like a lion with like a scorpion's tail, wasn't it?
The graphics were so bad they looked like Veggie Tales.
Yeah, it
was bad. It was really poor. This is like
they look like the lion almost wasn't even threatening to me. I was like, oh, I'm gonna pet it.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 2014 or 2015, and it was one of the worst movies I have ever paid for in my entire life. No,
Jacob wanted to actually leave.
Correction, it was the worst movie I've ever paid for in my entire life.
Jacob literally wanted to leave, and I was like, why? Well, let's just stay and make fun of it and laugh.
It was so bad.
We had some good laughs though.
We did have some good laughs, yes, but it was so bad.
Yeah, it was.
It was so bad. Okay. So what is one of your movies that you're excited about for 2021?
My first movie is Reya and the Last Dragon.
Okay, that's that Disney movie?
Yes. It's made from the same studios, which is, Moana and Frozen 2.
Yeah.
I love those movies entirely. Disney is literally so good with the strong female lead characters, and I'm excited for this.
I feel like they've perfected the formula.
I mean, seriously, like they
honest.
Are perfectionists when it comes to making a female hero. But I'm excited. It looks like it'll bring the laughs and the action. It looks pretty silly, and I just can't wait to be able to watch it with the kids because we can't watch many movies with them. So this will be a great one to watch.
Yeah, I follow Gaijin Goomba on YouTube and Twitter. He breaks down Japanese themed shows and things like that. And I remember he was saying before, because everybody was like, oh my gosh, you're going to break this down, right? And he's like, actually, this is Southeast Asia. So I guess that's like what the Philippines, Thailand area or something like that. So the setting is like completely different than the traditional Asian movies that come over to Western audiences.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, I would say that it's kind of like, I was going to say it was kind of like Mulan, but I was like, but this is not really the same culture at the same time.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see because it looks interesting. I like the art style. Now this is not Pixar, is that correct?
No, it's Disney.
This is Disney. I mean, yeah, that's true. I forgot the Disney Pixar thing is really weird. Like Pixar releases Disney movies, but they're not Pixar, but they are Pixar, but they not.
But this one is straight Disney Studios.
Okay, this is straight Disney Studios. Okay, but yeah, this is like you said, this is the same people that did Moana as well.
Frozen 2.
Yeah, Frozen 2. So this will
or just Frozen.
Well, the Frozen franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So. I mean, I'm excited to see it as well. I know Ashley is, and I don't think we showed it to our daughter yet. She'll definitely be excited. So yeah, that is Reya and the Last Dragon. So Ashley, don't be mad at me.
Why?
I cheated.
What do you mean you cheated? Oh, wait, what do you mean you cheated?
Okay, so sorry, I said I couldn't help myself. The thing that I'm most excited for in 2021 is the entire Marvel 2021 slate.
Huh?
I am excited for the entire Marvel 2021 lineup.
But you were only supposed to pick 2 movies.
Yeah, I know. I was totally supposed to pick 2 movies. But last year, we didn't have any Marvel movies last year.
We did not.
It was like the first time in over like a decade, I believe.
It was sad.
Where there were no MCU Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So they got Black Widow coming out in May, Shang-Chi in July, The Eternals in November, Spider-Man in December.
Dang.
That's just the movies. WandaVision just dropped this month. Falcon and Winter Soldier in March. Loki is coming out. Now, Loki is one of the ones that I'm most interested to see.
Yeah.
Because we're going to talk about spoilers. So if you haven't seen Endgame or
you should have seen it by now.
You should have. Okay. That's like a prerequisite to watch this show. You should already have seen the Avengers. If you ain't seen it, you need to tap out right now because it's be going there. Okay. 3, 2. All right. So Loki died. Matter of fact, he didn't even make it to Endgame. Loki
Nope.
died at the beginning
Of
of
Ragnarok?
Infinity
No.
War.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What were you saying?
I don't know.
Okay.
Ignore
So Loki
me.
died at the beginning of Infinity War. You know, and Thor was all shackled up, no, and all crying, all that stuff. And then they blasted Hulk to Earth. Anyway, so they go back in time in Endgame, and the Loki that steals the Tesseract, that's the Loki that we're following. So he actually deals with Marvel's version of the Time Police. Because remember, he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this Loki is alive, and so that's you're like following that and whatever's going on there. The trailer for that.
Interesting.
Oh man, it looks so freaking awesome. Like I'm half excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like we got to figure out whatever's going on in WandaVision, but I'm half excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier. But that Loki though, that Loki looks good.
I have not seen many trailers for any of them, honestly.
Yeah. So that, and that's not still not even including, they have a animated What If series. So I think Star-Lord was black, and I was like, was it?
Huh?
It was he was.
I'm sorry. I was like, you said Star-Lord was black?
Yes, Star-Lord was black, but he was African. So I don't know if he was T'Challa. I don't know if he was Killmonger, but he was definitely African. And they made a reference like, you don't seem phased by this, by the space technology. 'Cause, you know, the Wakandans have all the technology.
Yeah.
So they had that. They had Captain Britain. I don't know if you remember Peggy Carter.
No.
Captain Britain looked like it was Peggy Carter. They had
Wait,
zombie.
Peggy Carter from
She was in the first Captain America, and then she had her own show.
Oh, okay, never mind. No.
You don't remember? That's the woman he loved. You don't remember
Oh, the
Captain
woman
Britain?
he loved?
Yes.
I remember her, but I don't know nothing about her.
They turned her into Captain Britain in the What If.
That's interesting.
There was a zombie Captain America.
But
so
why?
It's possible. Listen, there is a Marvel zombie storyline.
Why?
Why not?
Why are they zombies?
I don't know.
Is
I
the
couldn't
world
answer that.
zombies or just the Marvel heroes?
It was just like a certain one because a zombie Captain America throws his shield and then Bucky catches it. I know, it was like, so again, it's like, so it's what ifs. It basically like different realities that like certain time altering events happened. So that's one I want to check out. There's a Hawkeye show slated to come out this year, and there's also a Miss Marvel show slated to come out this year.
Cartoon animation or like
live action with the actual actors.
With
Miss
the actual
Marvel-
actors?
Now,
That's
Miss
cool.
Marvel, it's her first time getting in the MCU, and this is not to be confused with Captain Marvel. This is Miss Marvel, aka Kamala Khan. She has a power that lets her essentially stretch her limbs. If I'm being super nerdy, she basically reaches into other realities with her power and borrows like pieces of herself from infinite realities to stretch her.
That's crazy.
She basically can make herself giant and bendy and stretchy. She's really sweet.
She must be fast too to do that. Because you basically just do it like she looks like Mr.
Yeah, she does look like Mr. Fantastic. But she's sweet. I got to play as her in the Marvel Avengers game that came out last year, made by Square Enix. And that kind of made me appreciate her a little bit more. So that, I know I cheated for this whole part, but I couldn't.
You did.
I couldn't pick a thing. I was
You
like,
make my second pick seem like
I'm
nothing.
excited about every single thing of Marvel coming out because I'm a big Marvel fan, and all of this stuff coming down the pipe. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to watch this year.
Okay.
So yep. So my number one pick, sorry, for 2021 was the entire Marvel 2021 slate. Ashley, your number one.
My number one is the one and only. Well, I guess it's the second. Coming to America 2.
I was like, where is she going with this?
I'm super excited for that.
That almost made it.
I mean, I don't have anything else. I was going between Coming to America 2 and Godzilla versus King Kong.
That trailer was so sick.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, back to your thing though.
Okay,
Coming to
I'm
America
sorry.
2, because we only can talk about two things.
Okay.
Coming to America 2.
So I'm super excited about Coming to America 2. At first, I was kind of afraid because I was like, is Eddie Murphy funny anymore? But then he came out with Dolomite is my name.
Man.
after the rumors of Coming to America, and I'm like, oh my God, he was so funny. He was so funny in Dolomite. Dying in that movie.
You said what?
I was dying of laughter while watching Dolomite Is My Name. So I am I'm super excited for Coming to America too.
And let's talk about the fact that him and Arsenio Hall are playing like a cajillion characters again.
Yes, the same characters, it seems like. Okay, they're still living.
That barbershop dude was like 80, 70, 80.
All of them.
They like 120 now. Like unless it's like just after he left America.
They're zombie barbershop people now.
Right.
They're not real.
Let me cut your hair. Like, right. I'm so excited though.
I can't wait. So I'm ready for the laughter.
Randy Watson. Like it's like that's what's like this movie is. It was like. Shout outs to my roommate back in college, Evan. We used to watch Coming to America like it was going out of style.
That's funny. Just watching it
over and over, it, sending each other memes before they were called memes. We freaking love Coming to America.
Okay.
Still love it.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
I feel like watching it right now, just talking about it.
Okay. Bet. After we get done recording, we watch it Coming to America tonight.
Coming to America. Is that how it goes?
Something like that. I only get the scene where the king comes in after they call him and I forget what Arsenio Hall character's name. And he's like, we are broke. Send the money. And he come in and like, you know, all them drums and stuff.
Anyway. Of course, all the music.
Oh, that's it. Listen. So that is Ashley's number one pick.
Can't wait. Love Eddie Murphy.
Coming to America 2. You said, listen, I know I had the entire Marvel 2021 slate, but Coming to America 2, just the fact that it's happening again.
Oh my god.
Just the fact that they're making a sequel, that is epic enough.
I'm so excited.
That's epic enough.
It's coming out on Prime and in movie theaters, I believe. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait. I don't even got to go nowhere to see it. I'm just going to be sitting in my house laughing it up, me and you.
Yeah, I'm with it. All right, so we're going to move on to our second topic, and that is the Netflix show that we are most excited for coming in 2021.
Okay.
You can go first this time.
Well, there's only one pick.
One.
My
you
bad.
Only get one.
There's only one pick.
Unless you can find a way to cheat like I did.
I have no cheating because I'm not a cheater like you. My pick is Netflix Lost in Space.
Oh, yeah.
Their next and last season. Okay. To be released sometime in 2021.
So Lost in Space, this is is it a reboot of the original show?
Yeah, it's a reboot. It's not as I don't know if the original was cookie cutter, but it's really nowhere near that. It's much more action packed, obviously, because the graphics, you know, the spaceships aren't hanging from strings and stuff anymore. But it's a reboot, and I love the spin that they put on it for the present day audience. I love the drama and the suspense that they put in the show. Like, it really does make you just want to keep watching it, which is why I'm so sad that this is the last season.
I mean, here's the thing though. I feel like you either end it on a high, you get three options actually in TV. Mm-hmm. You end it the way that you want to, and you go out on your terms, which is rare. It's only reserved for the best shows. Or you get canceled. And I hate when directors do this, where they're like, we're going to leave you on a cliffhanger, and then the show ends.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's why Netflix is the way it is when it comes to shows. It's rare for them to allow any show to go on more than 3 seasons.
They do. They cancel a lot of shows. Now, the third way you can go out, though, is you cannot get canceled. And you basically just keep making the show, jump the shark, and it's clear that it's all about the money. And the quality of the show greatly dips.
Yeah, when they jump the shark, it makes me sad because I'm just like, I love this show, but it's so bad now.
Yeah. If you need a good example of a show that did that, Family Matters is one of those shows.
Yeah.
Where Like I think we went back and watched it like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And
did we even finish it though?
Oh, we finished it.
We did.
That's how bad the last like season and a half was.
Yeah.
Because I think Harriet, the mom, she left like in the middle of the last season. But it jumped the shark for me. I think it was not when Steve created Stefan. It was when Steve like made Stefan his own person.
I'm like, what is going on now?
That was like the finale. He like went to space or something.
I don't remember that.
I think
Did I black out while we watched this?
Yeah, I think, and then Laura almost married Stefan. It was like I'm telling you, it was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah, I don't remember.
it was so rough.
I can't even recall.
I'm telling you, that last season of Family Matters. But again, that's a example of a show that it jumps the shark. It gets bad.
They were traveling in time, weren't they?
Maybe. Like I said, there was a lot of stuff going on. There were so many plot points. But yeah, so back to Lost in Space. You said you were sad, but I'm saying like I think that's a good thing that we know this is the last season. They just wrapped up production. It looks like sometime around January 14th. I guess was the expected time. So I mean, it should be summer, fall when we see season 3.
I'm hoping. I'm excited. I don't know where they're going with it. I don't know how they're planning on ending it. It seems like it was supposed to, they like planned it kind of to end somewhere around now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's a good ending and it's just not something that leaves me wanting more or unsatisfied.
Okay. I do have a bone to pick with you though, because you committed the cardinal sin of marriage.
Shh.
Ashley started watching this show with me and I freaking loved it.
Hold on, wait. That's not actually true. I started watching this show and then you came prancing in, sat down next to me.
True whatsoever.
Yes, it is. You came prancing in, sat down next to me, was doing other stuff and started watching it. And then you're like, you can't watch this without me anymore.
Right.
I'm like, I was watching it first.
I watched up, I think, until they fell in the big giant waterfall, and they were like some of them were down, and then some of them were like up on the top. They were trapped under ice. And like no, they weren't trapped under ice. It was like some lightning strikes were coming in.
Yeah, that's when that was.
They were trapped under ice. I don't remember. I don't think that's it.
They were trapped underwater or something.
I thought it was like a giant gap or whatever. I don't remember. They were like down there. Well, I don't know.
It's been a minute since I've seen that season.
That's basically like how far I got. And then Ashley left me. The cardinal sin of marriage.
Hey, if you don't want to grind the episodes like me, you're getting left in the dust.
Whatever.
Okay? I want to watch my show. I was like, I got to see more. Oh, Jacob, I'm too tired to watch it right now. I don't feel like
when I finish the shows that I have pended for you, okay?
I'll be watching them. I'll be there.
No, you won't.
Where do I go? I go nowhere.
I'm going to finish Do Rah 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 tomorrow.
Okay. I'll be there.
Okay.
Be there, be square.
Well, that's Ashley's Netflix pick. My Netflix pick is a show that we watched and that was probably perfect to film given the pandemic, and that is The Circle Season 2.
Wait. I thought they weren't having a Circle Season 2.
They are having a Circle Season 2.
Wait, they're still having it?
Yes.
I thought they canceled it.
They just finished up cast. I had to look it up.
Are you sure?
Yes, they just finished up casting.
Because I went on Netflix. I went on the Netflix app, right? And I went to The Circle, and it before, like a couple months ago, it had a date down, and then they took it off and there was nothing. So I thought it was gone.
No, just because they take it down, that just means that it probably got delayed.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. So they revealed the TV show. They revealed the details. This is, where is this? TVShowAce.com. So I don't know how reliable this is. Let me see if I can find something a little more mainstream.
Just to fill you guys in right now, this show is another show that Jacob went and hijacked. I was sitting there watching it. You don't remember? We was over your mom's house. We were over your mom's house.
Character. My goodness.
Jacob.
Ashley.
we were over your mom's house in 2019 during the holidays, right?
Yeah.
And I was in there. I started watching it because I was like dealing with Lyric and feeding him. So I would go in the room and just chill and watch my show.
Yes.
Then you like,
Lyric
I came in here.
Lyric is our son, by the way. Continue.
Yeah. I came in here and Jacob was like, I'm just going to come in here and hang out with you and play on my Switch and whatnot. And I'm sitting there watching and he was like, wait, what's going on? Who's that? Like, do they not know each other? And I had to explain the whole show to him.
Y'all.
And hijacked it.
Y'all,
he just hijacked it.
Listen up. I love reality game shows. Okay?
Yeah, it's fun.
So I think when I was in college, I had a really bad habit of watching all the Blank of Love. So like, was it Rock of Love, Flavor of Love, I Love New York.
What's the other one? The two brothers. Chance and something.
Oh yeah, was it Real? Chance and Real?
Yeah, Real and Chance.
Oh my gosh, we're not gonna go down that hole. But yeah, so she was watching this show. I was just like, oh my goodness, like this. Basically, in the show, they have their own social media called The Circle, where they don't know who they are. So they could literally be catfishing somebody and acting like they're somebody else, or they could just be themselves. The kicker is, every day, I think, they have to garner votes, and whoever has the least votes leaves.
Yes.
No. Actually, that's not it. They garner the most votes, and then I think like the top vote or the top two go, and then they talk and they chat, and then
they decide.
They kick somebody off.
Yeah, and they all live in the same apartment
but they never see each other's actual face, and the only time that they get to see somebody is when they get kicked off the show.
And the person that gets kicked off chooses who they go and see.
Yes, so they can go be petty, and they can go see the person that sent them off, or sometimes like some people form very close bonds and friendships, and they can go see who they've been talking to the entire time, and the results get crazy.
Yeah, and then when you go and see that person, they're still in the game and they can't say anything to anyone else.
It's a great show. We're not going to spoil this one. You said what?
No, they don't say. Do they say anything?
They don't say. They can't say who and what it was. They basically give like different hints and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we're not going to spoil who won the first season. But it's a really good show. It's a really good show. So I'm excited for season 2. All right. So our next topic is the indie game we're most excited for in 2021. And I hope it does not get delayed out of 2021. But the indie game that I'm most excited for is Golf Story 2.
Golf Story. You know what? I feel like, is my game made by the same people that does your game?
I don't know. We'll see when we get to your game.
Okay.
So Golf Story, it is a sports game, but it's got really fun writing. And they basically, this time, I guess they're going to do a whole lot of different sports instead of just focusing on golf the entire time.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I should have watched the trailer before we went in here, but like I'm looking at a screenshot. I'll have to put this screenshot up. It's literally like him hitting a soccer ball with a baseball bat at somebody in a night costume. Yeah, like that's definitely getting.
Is that a night? That's a night costume.
That's a night costume.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like, but there's like so many. There's so many different sports, and just the writing and stuff, because I'm not really into golf. Like, I like sports, but golf it's hit or miss for me.
It's boring.
But I heard the writing was I'm not gonna fight you on that. It is boring, but the writing in it was really fun and really got me into doing it. I've played a lot of different golf games, but never a sim golf game.
I mean, it didn't seem like a regular golf game, like at all. It didn't seem like we're just gonna play on the green and get stuck in sand traps and all that stuff, and that was it. Yeah,
I've played like Hot Shots Golf and Mario Golf. I think that's been it. Nothing like too crazy. Okay. But that's my indie game that I'm most excited about for 2021.
Okay.
Ashley, what's your indie game?
Okay, my indie game is called Garden Story. And I just realized, I'm like, wait, Golf Story, Garden Story. Is it the same people, or do they just have similar names?
I think they just have similar names. Let me see who the developers were, because I can't imagine that an indie developer would take on two projects at the same time. Yeah, no. This Golf Story is Sidebar Games. I think yours is let me find the name real quick. Picogram.
Okay. I've never heard of them.
So
honestly.
Ashley, what is Garden Story?
Well, Garden Story is a game. It's kind of like, okay.
I was really hoping you were going to be like, this is a game about a garden. The end.
I'm going to say that it's kind of on the same tracks of Stardew Valley. I have a thing for those types of games. They're just really relaxing to me. And I have like this issue with like, I try to be I guess not structured, but organized in my life.
Yeah.
Like the house, I try to organize the house as much. So when I play games, I like playing games where I do the same thing and I'm like organizing a garden or organizing my house and fixing it up.
Are you stressed that you're trying to tell me that you're stressed about organizing the house after the kids?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm like, is this a secret cry for help?
Like,
help me, I'm stuck organizing. Ah.
All I do, that's all I do. No, but
real quick. Both of the games that we're talking about today, they're coming out for the Nintendo Switch, and I believe Steam, at least Garden Story, is coming out on Steam. But we're big Switch gamers. That's where we spend the most of our time
Pretty
is gaming
much.
on the Switch. Like we'll game on the PlayStation a little bit, but because we have kids and some content is inappropriate, we normally game on the Switch, and also when we travel, you can take that places. But go ahead, back to Garden Story.
Yeah, so Garden Story, I kind of looked into it. It sold me from the start. Like, I love the art. They're kind of like bubbly looking characters. They look happy.
When did you come around on the 8-bit story, like the 8-bit when did you come around on the 8-bit art style? I remember when we first started dating and I was playing these kind of games that look like this, you used to rag on me all day.
I know. I used to be a serious graphic snob. I still kind of am. Don't get me wrong.
She's not. You played Outer Worlds. You're no longer a graphic snob. You played Outer Worlds on Switch.
The story was just so good. It drove me.
Okay. All right. All right. But so what in Garden Story what about it like just hooks you just from seeing it?
It's just the art. It's 8-bit, but it's like a clean look to 8-bit.
Yeah.
I like that, and
it kind of reminds me of a fruits and veggies version of Moonlighter a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I like. Moonlighter too, and I thought Moonlighter would be more like this.
Okay.
Like mixed in with the roguelike? Is that what you call it?
Is it mixed in with roguelike?
Huh?
Is it mixed in with roguelike?
This?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying Moonlighter.
Oh, yeah, Moonlighter.
Like, that's what I thought Moonlighter would be.
Shop, and then you got the roguelike dungeon.
Yeah, I thought that's what Moonlighter would be, but it isn't. So then I got bored because I'm not a big roguelite fan. So I was like, is this all I'm going to be doing?
If you're for the uninitiated, roguelite games are games where you go through and the levels change every time you play them. So like there's this one game that kind of plays like, if you remember Contra from back in the day, it's like top-down Contra, but every time you go through it, each level is randomly generated, so you have a different experience every time you play it, which is really up my alley. I really love roguelike games.
No, they stress me out.
The dying is just half the battle, you know?
It's too much dying.
Okay.
But either way, Garden Story. You're basically a blob. I don't know what he is. On an island, and I guess there's this kind of ooze that's taking over, and I'm basically helping clear the island and build it back up to its former glory.
Okay. Well, it sounds sweet.
Yes, so I'm excited.
That is Ashley's indie game pick, Garden Story.
Garden Story.
All right, so we're going to keep this one brief. This is the board games category. Ashley it's hard to get Ashley excited about board games enough to where she looks up a board game and makes me buy one.
Yeah, that don't happen.
I think the only ones that you've ever made me buy were Sushi Go, Blood Rage.
I made you buy Sushi Go?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I saw it on tabletop.
Sushi Go, Blood Rage, and there's like one more I think you had me buy.
All because I saw them on something, or we actually played them at the board game store.
Yeah. Shout out to Beyond the Board.
Love that place.
Love that place. Ron, if you're listening to this, I love you, man. Miss you. He's alive, everybody. He's just moved away.
Why would he be listening to it if he wasn't alive?
I'm just making sure. I'm just giving Ron a shot.
Like,
I love you. I miss you, buddy.
I'm Ron's ghost and I'm listening to the podcast. I'm like, why?
Well, some people, they're like, yeah, he's listening to it from heaven above. Like,
okay,
Ron is
that's
alive.
interesting.
Just letting y'all know he's alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's this game called Marvel United. And as we talked about earlier, I'm a big Marvel fan. For the first time ever, I participated in a Kickstarter, and Marvel United is a more simplistic game. You may have heard us talk about it last episode. We're not too big into co-op board games, but this is a game that we can play with my daughter, and that was a big kicker for me picking this game up. It's got like chibi style. That's like the little tiny versions of Marvel characters, and you're fighting against bad guys together, and every action that you play, your teammates that follow after you can follow your action. So it's really interesting.
You said what was it again?
Marvel United. Now here's the thing, it has technically come out in 2020, however that was the publisher's decision, not the developer's decision. So for the first time ever, like, people could just go into a store and buy it now, but the Kickstarter people have not gotten their stuff yet. So like all of my stuff is coming between February and March. So
if you didn't Kickstart it, you could have just gone in the store and got it?
But I wouldn't get all the, like, I got a ton of, because it was crazy funded. So I got a ton of bonuses, a lot of extra characters that you can't really get in the stores. Okay. And honestly, from what I'm hearing, once you have it with the expansions, that's really what opens it up, because you have a ton of different characters. Yeah. You have a ton of different villains, and all the villains that you fight, they have different like skills and abilities and stuff to kind of spice it up every time you play. Yeah, expansions always make board games a little more interesting and worthwhile. Yep. So that was one. I think I got all of the Spider-Man expansions. They had like Enter the Spider-Verse, and you get like Spider-Ham. They had the Sinister Six. Oh, I know she's going to love it. They had Sinister Six. They had a bunch of stuff. So, but that's Marvel United, our pick for board games. And then for the Magic the Gathering set that we're most excited about is the Kaldheim set. I'm not going to get too much into like the cards themselves. The thing that I'm excited about with the Kaldheim set itself is where it's set. It's basically set around Norse mythology, which is I'm almost sick of Norse mythology. I think this is like the last thing that somebody can do before I'm like, shut up. So, but yeah, Kaldheim, I'm really looking forward to that set. That actually, the pre-release, while we're recording this, the pre-release is going to start this week, and then it's actually going to release, when you're hearing this, is going to release this Friday. Okay. That's cool. Yep. So that is our pick for MTG set. Oh, Ashley says she has something.
Planeswalkers.
That is not a set. We're going to move on. Oh my gosh. I don't even have time to explain what Planeswalkers are.
That is all.
So random. Like, I feel like the five, not even the five, the two Magic listeners we have on the show are like, yeah, Planeswalkers. Everybody else is like, what are Planeswalkers?
They're on my side. They're on my side.
They're my friends. My friends. All right, we're going to move on to anime. Ashley, I've been talking for a little bit, so go ahead. What is the anime that you're most excited about in 2021?
My life reincarnated as a slime.
Now, hold on.
Season 2.
Hold on. I thought it was called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Oh my gosh. Did I really write it down wrong?
I think you did.
My bad.
That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 2. This is one of those ones
that I don't talk.
We came in at the wire on this one. It is out. If you are a sub fan, it is already out on Crunchyroll. Season 2. Season 1's been out, but season 2 starts on Funimation, I think, hopefully within like the month. It may even be out by the time you're listening to this, but we could not talk about the show because we love season 1.
Oh my goodness.
So basically the show is about a man that is a successful Japanese businessman, and he is going about his life, and he doesn't look where he is going and gets killed by a car in the first episode. Like Yeah, you don't remember that?
I thought he got stabbed.
Oh, that was it. That was
I'm
it.
like,
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Who
It was
are you watching?
it was like even sorry. It was even more random than I forgot he got mugged. Right? Did he get mugged?
Yeah. No, he was like trying to protect somebody or something, and he got stabbed.
Yes, and so he gets turned into a slime. So anybody that plays video games will tell you that a slime is always like the lowest tier enemy in every video game.
Yeah.
But he goes into a video game-esque world where his two powers are he's able to absorb any skill and absorb, like, is that it? He absorb, and I think he can. Oh, and he can't feel pain.
He can't feel pain?
He can't feel pain.
Yeah. No, it's not just absorb skills. It's like absorb people.
No, that's a part of the skills that he absorbs. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
So here's from the wiki. So as a slime, Rimuru is a monster that doesn't need to breathe, sleep, or eat, as he can survive on the magicules that in the atmosphere. If you ever played an RPG, it's basically your mana points or your skill points. If you played certain new RPGs that are like a shooter or something, but he can absorb basically anything, and then he can regenerate. And then, but when he absorbs things, so like if he absorbs like a tree, he basically can create other trees using like the magicules, I guess. Again, MP. So he, but basically every time he fights a different monster, he can absorb it, and he's basically nigh indestructible, like almost to One Punch Man levels without all of the power.
Yeah, and he can also imprint on people.
Can he?
Yeah, that's what he does to the people in the villagers. That's why they like get stronger.
No. That wasn't imprinting. Remember, he named them. So,
but I thought that was like a form of imprinting.
He's friendly to all the other monsters, and obviously there are monsters like in a video game. So normally monsters are villains,
just monsters.
Bosses. Yeah, but whenever you name them, the monsters go up a level, because that's the first thing he did. He named all the goblins, and because he gave them names, then they all leveled up. No, he named the wolves, didn't he?
Yeah,
the wolves first, and then the goblins. Yeah, we're not gonna get all into it, but
is that right?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
It's a really good show. It's one of those shows that subvert your expectations to where you're like, okay, they can do all of these things, but you also get into like the politics of the land. You get into the fact that he's super strong and how people that seem stronger than him challenge him, and he's actually not that strong, but he is that strong.
He's like One Punch Man.
He doesn't have the power. He has the defense.
Sorta.
But it's an interesting show. I'll say that. And there are people that are stronger than him. That's why I said he's nigh undestructible. That's why I say he doesn't have the power.
I don't know. We haven't met anyone
that Demon Lords. We've met the Demon Lords. He couldn't beat that one Demon Lord.
He couldn't?
That girl? Nah, he couldn't beat her.
Which one?
The one that stays in the village all the time.
I thought he did beat her. That's why she
he tricked her. He tricked her.
Ah.
Remember, he tricked her and then not blown up the village. Do we need to watch it again before season 2 drops?
We're gonna have to.
All right, that's fine. We can do that. So that was actually my pick for anime as well. So it's funny that you put that on your list, because that was on my list. So we're gonna go ahead and move to TV show. Do you want me to go first, or are you gonna go first?
For TV show?
Yeah, for TV show.
I don't have a TV show.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Wait, sure... no. I do have a TV show.
You do?
I do. I forgot.
Okay.
I thought I didn't, but I do.
Okay.
I do.
And your TV show is?
The Masked Singer.
That's my TV show.
It's the best.
Okay.
And I forgot.
Actually, it's her TV show.
It is. It's another TV show.
No,
it's another thing that this man hijacked from me. I'm sitting there. He didn't want nothing to do with this show at all, y'all. He didn't want nothing to do with it. Whatever. And I'm like, I'm sitting there watching it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know who that person is. And Jacob comes waltzing in. Like, he's
slander.
Like, I'm just gonna sit here and play my video game.
I'm gonna sue you. This is slander of the highest degree.
And now I'm sitting here while I'm playing my video game. I'm watching the show. Oh my gosh, Ashley, who is that? I think I know who that is. Oh, okay. Well, now, Ashley, you can't watch this show without me.
Whatever.
There's so many shows that this man hijacks from my life.
What she's not telling you all is that the show comes on Thursdays. What do I have on Thursdays? I have rehearsal.
And you want to know what? You hold me hostage.
Yes.
And I can't even watch it when it comes out. I'm just sitting at home doing nothing.
Okay, we watch it on Friday as quickly as we can. I did miss the T-Pain season. I missed the T-Pain season.
He sure did. That was
Spoilers
a good season.
for season 2 if you haven't seen it. I did see the Wayne Brady season. Was that season 2 or season 3?
Season 2.
Oh, season 2. I don't think we're gonna spoil season 3. It was like just
yeah,
fresh.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, we'll not spoil season 3. But that was a great season 2. Listen, the reason why it's on my list is because I was surprised at how well they were able to use special effects and everything. Because the audience, they said they had to do the social distance thing for the pandemic. Their technicians and their VFX artists literally made it look like they had a full crowd, and they started introducing visual effects on the stage.
It was
like
sweet.
Stuff was there.
It was super sweet.
I was like, y'all have just stepped up your levels.
Yeah, I love The Masked Singer, man. I'm always excited, and I hate waiting to see who the person is. But every season there's always that like classic singer that's been around forever. Yeah. That when they open their mouth, they're like, really?
Here's the thing.
What are you doing on there, Gladys Knight?
They always get voted off super early. They get voted off super early.
I called them literally the minute they open their mouth. I'm like, I know.
I know they're getting up there, but y'all just gonna vote off some legends.
I know. How you gonna do that?
Them the boot. The Monopoly. Don't you be coming back here now. Like, just, dang. Just kick them off. Why don't you? Yeah, man. So that's our TV show that we are most excited about together, Masked Singer.
Can't wait.
Our last topic, this is topic number 8 for those keeping track. This is AAA games. These are games that are $60 made by the major publishers and developers. Because we play mostly on the Switch, you're gonna get what's out, and it's slim pickings right now.
Yeah,
I'm excited about the other stuff, but I can't guarantee that I'm gonna play stuff like Deathloop this year. Like, I'm excited. I'm really excited to play it, but I don't.
That seems like a fun game.
Yeah. First of all, you have to find a PlayStation 5, and then you gotta buy the game. So
I'm sorry. Wait, it's only on the PS5?
Yes.
Why did I not know that when I saw the trailer?
It was on the PS5 trailer. Most of the stuff was PS5 only.
That makes me sad.
Hey. Anyway, your AAA game, Ashley, what you got?
Breath of the Wild 2, y'all. What? I don't know what's going on. But either way, I'm sorry, that is very distracting. I can't think. Either way, oh Lord. Either way, Breath of the Wild 2, I'm excited for it because Breath of the Wild 1, I watched Jacob play it. 1, I was never a Zelda fan. Ever.
Never.
Okay. Ever.
Let's talk about this. Have you ever, what Nintendo systems did y'all own? Original Nintendo? All of them?
All of them.
So Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Virtual Boy?
No.
Game Boy?
Yes. I had a Game Boy. A color.
What?
A color Game Boy.
You owned a Game Boy and never played Ocarina of Time? Not Ocarina of Time. Link's Awakening?
Okay, let me just say this. I owned a Game Boy kind of like later.
That's when it was out. That was when it was out. Because you could play it on the color or you could play it on the regular, if I remember correctly.
Look, okay. To be honest, I will say that I wasn't as major of a gamer when I got that Game Boy.
Let's keep it moving. Y'all owned a Nintendo 64?
Mm-hmm.
GameCube?
No. Okay, I haven't had them all. I haven't had GameCube.
I feel like if you had a GameCube, you would have at least played Link's Awakening.
I was never really interested in having a GameCube back in the day.
Yeah.
What was out when the GameCube came out? Was it Xbox 360, the first Xbox?
First Xbox, I believe, was kind of around that time.
Yeah,
PlayStation
that's what we
2,
got.
really.
That's what we ended up getting, because you can't have every system. Your
I'm
parents
sorry, I
aren't going
said
to let
Link's
you.
Awakening, but I was thinking about Wind Waker for the GameCube.
Right. Yeah, we had an Xbox, and I wasn't allowed. My brother didn't want a GameCube, so that's not what we got.
Wow.
That isn't what we had. So, yeah, I've just never been a Zelda fan. I always like when I was an outsider looking in, I always felt like it looked like the most boring game to play. I wasn't really interested in those kind of games back in the day. I was more interested in, adventure games. I was a big major point and click nerd, especially with like mysteries and stuff back in the day.
So have you ever seen Wind Waker at all?
No.
Like, do you feel like if you would have seen Wind Waker, like you would have played it with the cel shaded art style and everything?
I have no idea, honestly. It looks interesting to me right now. You know how my graphic snob kind of comes out, and it doesn't look like I would want to look at that.
Oh my god. So why are you excited about Breath of the Wild 2, Ashley?
Okay, like I was saying, I've never been a Zelda fan, and I was watching you play it, and even when I was watching you play it, I was like, that looks so boring. And then I was like, you just like kept pushing me to play it, and I'm like, okay, I'll play it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna try to open my mind and play this game that I've shunned all my life. And I couldn't stop playing it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that this Zelda, I'm about to say Link's Awakening. This Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
This game was not like all the other ones that I have seen in the past.
Yeah, they changed the formula a lot. Normally you go through like a series of large dungeons. Even they're still open world, but I think they changed how the world works. And the fact that they made the entire world have a lot of interactivity, and the way that they added puzzles into the world themselves, and the discoverability of the shrines too.
Yeah.
That gave you different was it pieces of the heart and other things and Korok seeds and all the like. There's so much to do and so much to find in the game.
Yeah, they basically made a Zelda game made for me because I love adventure. I love puzzles.
Wow.
I love it all. And I was just like, I couldn't deny it anymore. I was like, this is just it. This is what I need. And I couldn't stop playing it until I finished it. Like I said, I literally bought a Switch because I loved it so much. I had to like have it myself. I couldn't share it with you anymore. I was on it too much.
Okay.
So I'm excited for the next one. I hope it's just as good.
Do you think it's actually going to come out in 2021?
I hope it does. I keep hearing rumors.
Do you believe it is?
I want to believe the rumors.
All right.
I do.
Okay.
And I hope so. I want to believe the rumors, but I kind of think that it won't.
I'm nervous for you.
They don't want to.
I'm nervous for you.
I don't want them, but I don't want them to release it and it be garbage because of what's going on and like, I guess the way they have to produce it or put it together or whatever it's called.
Well, this is Mario's 35th anniversary year this year, so that's why I'm still a little nervous that you're actually going to get it. But we'll see.
Don't act like you don't want to play it. I'm gonna get it. Come on, you know you're gonna play that game.
I'm day one. Might take off work. What you talking?
Oh yeah,
exactly. Anyway, so the game that I am most excited about, y'all, is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
It does look cool.
If it wasn't for the Bowser's Fury part, I don't know if I'd be excited, but it was because this is a Wii U game that they're bringing over to the Switch, but the Bowser's Fury looks to be like an open world Mario type game. And the only way that I can describe what happens in the trailer is Bowser turns into Godzilla. Mario turns into Super Saiyan Goku the cat. That's all I got. Like, basically, you gonna see the picture. That's literally what it is. And I've heard great things about Super Mario 3D World anyway, and it has some of the best level design in the series, and that's high praise. So I mean, I'm willing to give it a try because I've never we didn't have a Wii U. That was one of the few consoles, mainline consoles from Nintendo that I've never owned.
Yep.
So
oh yeah, me too.
Yep.
That and the GameCube.
Yep. Well, I owned a GameCube. Don't lump me in with you heathen.
Oh, okay.
But
Be like that.
But I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. I believe that actually comes out in March.
And okay, so it's what do you call it? Bowser's Fury?
Bowser's Fury is the extra content.
That's
that
the
doing.
extra. So it's that was not on the Wii U.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that looked pretty interesting. When I saw that, I was like, I didn't play Super Mario Odyssey.
It's coming out in February.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's like 2 weeks away.
I forgot that it is coming out next month.
It's 2.5 weeks away, y'all. February 12th. Go and cop that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the AAA game that I am most excited for is Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. All right. So moving on to our last topic. So here's the thing. We want to hear feedback from you, particularly if you have questions for Ashley and myself.
Yeah.
You have questions about your coupleship. We're going to put that on a shirt one day. If you have questions like about coupleship when it relates to gaming, okay? So don't send us no crazy questions.
Yeah, because
I've been with my spouse and we've been withholding from the relations.
Lord Jesus,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna pray for y'all, but we are not that kind of show. But if you have questions about your coupleship and when it comes to trying to get them into a different type of game, and you want to hear like different perspectives on it with your people.
Or where you should start.
Or if you have like suggestions for us for like anime, or if you want to hear like what's our favorite, like we just want to know like the questions that you have. So we want feedback from our community.
Yeah, or like what you might want to see in the show. Like maybe some ideas if you have any.
Yep, we're still growing the show and we're still looking for ideas to add to our podcast as well as other show ideas themselves, like other standalone shows.
Yeah.
So we're open, which leads us to our social media. You can find us at Twitter and Facebook at Till Death Respawn. That is TIL Death Respawn. And you can find us on SoundCloud if that's what your preferred platform is. Till Death Do Us Respawn. And hopefully soon we'll be coming to Spotify and iTunes and everywhere else that podcasts are. But for now, we're just on YouTube. Oh, yeah. And YouTube, you can find us at Till Death Do Us Respawn, the channel. We're probably a little buried in there in the algorithm, but I'll try to include the links on the SoundCloud and YouTube pages so that way people can, try to find us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we close here?
Just like and subscribe and click the bell
and subscribe
for notifications for when our next episode is released.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been episode 2 of the Jacob and Ashley Show.
The Ashley and Jacob Show.
And we will see you later. And I hope that you all have a great day.
See ya.
Yeah.
It's Ashley on the snaps.
You know all that's getting cut, right?
Uh-huh.